Well, whew. Hey everybody. So it's been a while. And I've been working on Chewbacca. I'm going to show you here what I've got and show you how I smooth things out. And a couple tips of the hat here doing this. Some of my friends in the 501st, Amanda Kaiser specifically, shout out to you because she showed me a screen grab from the video of Adam Savage doing the tour with Tom Spina and looking at his mask, and they had the scan of the original skin, and it showed me a couple details that allow me to make the progression to where I'm at right now. And so now I'm going through just trying to smooth this out, especially the nose, especially some of these other areas. I know I've got my glasses on now. It's late in the evening. To try and, because you know, if this isn't just right, every little detail is going to show up in the final mask, and I don't want that. Especially the skin area. So around the lips and all that, I have still a little bit of cleanup to do, but I walked past it the other day and I was like, that's Chewie. I could see Chewie in this sculpt, and that was what told me I had achieved my goal. So with some maybe a few little minor things here and there, as I'm not going to cast it just yet. I'm going to wait. Probably going to wait another 3 or 4 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I guess. I don't know, at least 2 before I cast it. Because I want to get it right, and I really, let me turn off this autofocus thing. Hang on. There we go. That should sound better now. So yeah, I want to get this right, and I think while I think it's right. I mean, this is Chewie. It looks like Chewie to me. Some of the proportions, make sure things are symmetrical. That just takes, you got to look at it again and again and again and again. And that's what I'm doing now. So here you go. Let me show you what I've got going on. And so the things I really worked on were some of the proportions here between the nose and the lip. I had two, it was too pronounced. And here, I'll try to show you. So Chewie, I had this way too high, probably about another ½ inch, and it really needs to be closer. And Chewie does have a little bit of an underbite on it, so I need to take care of that. I probably want to work some more on this lip, maybe. You're not going to see a lot of that, not a whole bunch. I softened the brow line here. I don't think they're even. I think this one's a little thicker than this one, so I might want to tone that down. And then I worked on the bridge of the nose. So this I had scooped out a little too much, a little too turned up nose, and that mask of Tom Spina that he did of the original cast was off. And then the other thing is I added some weight, some mass here, so this curves down more off his, so you can see it curves down. Softened this up here, curved down, and then added some bulk there to give it a little more mass. I had too thin of a jaw. But you know, when I was looking at it and I came up and I walked past it and I came back to this view, I was like, there you go, I can see him in there. And I'll clean up the eyes a little bit and make them symmetrical, but that's what's going on. All right, so that's kind of the tour of Chewie as he stands right now. the sculpt. So what I wanted to show you now was how I'm gonna get this smoother. So what I've got is, this is Monster Clay medium. I kind of would have gone for the softer, but I couldn't get it on Amazon. All I could get was medium. The thing about Monster Clay is it's a wax-based clay. It's really cool that you know, it comes in these big tubs like this, and you throw it in the microwave or have a pan of hot water, just keeping it warm, and it's great. The warmer it gets kind of runny. I mean, you can actually get the stuff like liquid, and that's not really fun to work with. But when it cools, it's very workable. I mean, you can take these sculpting tools and you can really just kind of shave down some of this stuff, and it peels off really nice and easy, and it's, you know, you get nice shavings. But once you get to a certain point, you don't want to keep taking material off. What you want to do is just warm it up. I can't put this in the microwave because, one, you've so many different densities in here. I don't want this thing just kind of going blah. So, almighty hair dryer. Yep, the same thing I do to straighten the hair on the latch hooking is the same thing I'm going to do now. I'm going to put this thing on low, and then it's going to soften up just the top layer, and then with my finger I can work some of the tool marks out, and it don't have to go on my hand. Let me show you. Okay, so I'm working in this area right here, and you can see it's got some edges from where I've smeared clay in there, and I need to, you know, make it nicer. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the hair dryer and put it on high heat, but low air, and just heat up that area, and then I'm gonna use my other hand to work it. So you'll see. Then when you get it, when you've got enough temperature into the clay, before it cools off all the way, you can just move it around, let it fill in some of these gaps, and feather it on out. And that looks a lot better. Your body temperature will heat this clay up enough to kind of work it, but you really got to push on it a little harder. This is easy squeezy. So let me show you one more thing here. So here we are at the brow. So turn around so you can get a better view. So I've got some bumpiness right here. I'm gonna heat it up. Yeah, see, up here, got a little bit too warm. I want to rework that, but let's see if I can get it before it cools off. There we go. What you're really trying to do is get rid of these edges between the various little smudges of clay that you put in there, and you want it to look homogeneous. And I know that this is going to be covered in hair, but I don't want a dimple or a ripple in his hair that's not supposed to be there. So that is why I'm taking all this time to get this right and get it looking like it should. There we go. All right, now something you can do. This dryer has a little, basically it just cuts the heat off and just cools it, and you can use that to kind of set it. So if you start to get it where you get it right and you're worried you're gonna like get it a little bit too warm, you can hit with that little blast of cool and take care of that. All right, so that's what it looks like. That's what this work is. So I'm gonna get back to it, try to smooth this thing out, and get him looking, get all these little divots and cracks and gaps and all that, get that taken care of. So that's it for now. Whew. It's been a while since I've been doing this, and now that it's getting dark earlier, I get more time. So peace.